My Daughter, the Paleontologist, and Other Radical Acts of Equality by Audley Robbie. When I was a young dad, I made a quiet vow I would never box my daughters into roles someone else carved out of thin air and outdated beliefs. Back then, our little Mormon circle, it was common, almost expected, for little girls to say, "When I grow up, I want to be a mommy." That line would trigger a chorus of awe and praise, like she just solved world hunger in a Sunday dress. But not my daughter, nope. She'd flash a grin and declare with pride, "I want to be a paleontologist." People would blink. "What's that?" they'd ask. And she, at just 5 years old, would explain with giddy confidence. She even excavated our backyard once, proudly unearthing a prehistoric dartboard. Yes, a dartboard. We kept it as evidence. It's being carbon dated. And maybe, just maybe, she was followed in the muddy footsteps of Mary Anning, another girl who at just 12 years old in 1811 changed the course of science forever. Mary discovered the first complete Ichthyosaurus fossil in the cliffs of Lyme Regis. She had no formal education, no institutional welcome, no seat at the scientific table. Yet through her sheer passion and persistence, she unearthed truths buried for millions of years. Barred from the societies that she helped inform, she died in poverty at 1847, but today she's celebrated as a pioneer of paleontology. I like to think my daughter, shovel in hand, inherited some of that bold curiosity, the kind that doesn't ask for permission to belong in science or anywhere else. The echo of rules and the rumble of resistance. Today I feel a deep rumble, a cultural tug-of-war over power, identity, and gender roles. The military's recent quiet purging of female leadership. Feel free to fact-check that one. It sent a chill down my spine. And my female friends, they feel it too. There's fear, fatigue, and a fire rising. But I tell them, watch history. It never forgets the ones who are underestimated. The pendulum always swings back, and when it does, it often lands in the hands of those once silenced. And they will have the last say. In the meantime, I won't watch. I'll stand, I'll march, I'll write, I'll fight. Being a real man never made me feel more like me. Growing up gay in a world defined by masculinity, like a checklist you never quite complete. Yeah, I tried to check the boxes. I did the rough stuff, braved disasters, earned medals, and did some things some called heroic, but none of it ever made me feel like I'd become a real man. It just made me tired and hurt a lot. The truth, I've always been me, a bit odd, very gay, fully alive. And no performance of masculinity was ever going to change that. The front lines of identity. Not long ago, transgender folks were banned from military service. That cruel chapter has thankfully been paused by a judge's ruling. But let's not pretend the fight is over. Gender equality isn't just a women's issue. It's about dismantling the grid system that hurts everyone. Men who cry, women who lead, non-binary folks who shine, and queer kids who just want to breathe without permission. The final excavation? My daughter once found a dartboard and called it a fossil. And maybe, in some poetic twist, she was right. Some ideas are fossils now, gender roles included. They have their time, but their bones don't belong in our present. So here's to my daughter, to Mary Anning, to all the curious ones digging deeper, refusing to be buried. I'm Ali Rabi, and I'll keep digging.